This segment is brought to you by Trapp Chevrolet. We're always on your side. All right, welcome back to Bayou Time. I'm Martin Falls, and we are going to talk Hero Fest in just a second. But right now, let me introduce the guest here. Of course, we have the Sheriff of Terrebonne Parish, Sheriff Tim Saunier. Sheriff, good to see you.
Thank you, Martin.
All right, we have the Police Chief, of course, Travis Theriault. Good to see you too, Chief.
You too, thank you.
All right, we just had John Poisson with another thing, but he's involved in a lot of things. And on the Hero Fest, you're the secretary, the MC, and chase around a few things, right?
That's about it.
All right, good deal. Well, before we do that, just take care of a little business. Chief, they had a TPR story break on social media, but I know you want to address it a little bit because it sort of went all over the place and bad information got out.
Right. It was brought to my attention that it was put out that there was some sort of an active shooter that they were evacuated for on a TPR field on the east side. Our units responded to a residence on Gene Ellen for a domestic disturbance, and it was reported that the subject was barricaded in the home. That was not the case, but out of an abundance of caution, the responding units, one of them diverted and quickly evacuated the field, just in case we did encounter some sort of situation. And whenever the officers arrived, they made contact with the suspect, and he immediately came out and cooperated. But again, the field was evacuated out of an abundance of caution, just because what was communicated to the responding officers. But at no point in time were the children in any danger after looking back at everything.
So I've got to be very careful of the sources we get. Sheriff, real quick before we get to Hero Fest, let's talk about Bayou Gardens a little bit. I think y'all are still working, you're still active, right?
Yes, sir. It's very early stages. We have 3 in custody. It's still early stages investigation, but we plan on putting a lot more information out as we finish up to tie up this investigation.
Okay, we look forward to y'all getting us that information. We appreciate it. Let's switch gears to the Hero Fest, okay? And this event has gotten really big in a short amount of time. There you see it. And we'll get to these bands and everything that goes with it, but just really impressed by how much it's grown and how big it's grown, how fast it's grown, the public participation. And Sheriff, way back when, did you think it would grow this fast?
Well, we were hoping it would. We were hoping it would,
Yeah.
but I think the concept was the idea. I mean, one year I think we all participate in plate lunches, whether it's a firefighter, law enforcement officer, any first responder. Mm-hmm. And one year I think we did about 9 or 10 plate lunches, just trying to help these officers and first responders out. And it's like, maybe we create this one festival and get everybody involved, and that way we don't have to do 9 or 10 plate lunches, because what we've learned when we do these type of things, it takes a lot of coordinating to even put one plate lunch on and make 5,000-6,000 when the family really needs it now. Mm-hmm. So it was that concept that we decided to make a big festival and start a nonprofit, and it's grown.
Mm-hmm. You got any side bets with the Chief this year? Remember we covered y'all, playing at y'all, what would they call that again?
We were talking about running over the Dularge Bridge and back, but the DOTD felt that was too dangerous and they stopped it.
But wait a minute, there are firemen that are involved in this. So pretty sure they both lose.
I dare y'all to run that Dularge Bridge right now. I dare you. It'll be like 300 match again.
A good run and start.
Yeah, we'll jump it.
So Chief, let me ask you this. I know we're joking a lot, but the serious part of it, y'all raising a lot of money. It's for a great cause. And there seems to be a lot of people participating.
So early on, we started from zero, okay? And what we've accomplished, what our board's accomplished, and the dedication from this board, and we're all very passionate about this cause, right? Mm-hmm. We love the first responders in this parish, no matter what form they serve. We had a very small fund the first year. However, year 2 and year 3, since we've started, we are either donated or have earmarked $100,000 in donations to help out various first responders in Terrebonne Parish. And one thing to remember is all that money stays in Terrebonne Parish. So anything that somebody donates, the money is staying here. We don't have anybody on the payroll. We have no employees. And, the festival is very much unique. You have to look at the amount of nonprofit organizations involved. And also you have to include the working relationship we have with parish government, the Civic Center, the fact that, just the business relationship we have with them, where they're able to make money off of this event as well. So we're giving back in more ways than one.
Yeah, let's say this going to the break. When you see stories out of California and all that they have monies, and John, I know this will hit home when they have this big fire festival over there in California. None of the monies went where they said they were going to go. I commend y'all because y'all are making sure it hits here. And that's important for the public to have trust in this. So that goes a long way, doesn't it?
Yeah, very much.
It does. And look, and we've been impacted where, a family didn't have funds to pay for a funeral, or they needed funds in order to start cancer treatment, where we're able to make sure that happens immediately.
Well, good. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come right back. We'll talk about the actual festival itself. We've got some great bands going to be playing. We've got a big star coming in. You're going to want to see him for sure. A lot of popular songs. And we'll be right back. Don't go away. This segment was brought to you by Trapp Chevrolet. We're always on your side. All right, we are back talking about the Hero Fest coming up this weekend. We have the sheriff here, Tim Saunier. We have the police chief, Travis Theriault. We have John Poinson, firefighter extraordinaire, secretary on the board, and he'll be emceeing the event. He does a great job with that. And John, let me come to you right now because we've got some super bands that are lined up, and y'all ready to roll?
We do. It's going to be an awesome weekend. We're going to start out at 5 o'clock as the opening ceremonies. Gates will open. Then we're going to start with Miss Carolyn Theriault at 5:30, and then at 6:30 will be Thomas Kane, another awesome artist. Paper Chase, they are a really cool hype-up band. If you've never seen them, they are really cool. Hot pink is their color, and so everybody says to wear white and wear hot pink on the Friday night. It's going to be a lighted-up kind of situation, so if you got light-up stuff, we want you to bring that. We'll also have a little fireworks festival that's going to be displayed on that night. So Friday night's going to be one really cool opening banger for us. And then we're getting into Saturday morning. Lots of things happening Saturday. 8:30, we're going to start with the 5K. Registration will start probably between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. Then that will there's a bunch of them starting. We have our first year, we have our first annual pickleball, Hero Fest pickleball. That is going to be really cool. We're bringing in a lot of funds for that. They're only going to max out at about 200 people. I'm sorry, it would be 200 teams. Is it 200 teams or 200 people? I think it was 200 people. So it's, yeah, that's right. It was 100 teams. Double up on the teams. This is really, really cool event for us. All of this is going to be inside of the Civic Center. Then we're going to move on. We have our Victor and Valor, the cops versus firemen kind of situation where we're kind of looking for about 4 more people. So if you were an old first responder and you wanted to kind of be involved with this, get in touch with us. We can squeeze you in on this kind of deal. This is a really cool. You have to be a fireman on this one, of course, though. You can't be the policeman. We got way too many cops that want to do it. Just not enough firemen want to do it. But that's always a real good deal between those two. Then we'll have, starting at 10:30, our bands will be Mr. Blake D. Hart. And at 1 p.m., then we'll do the Lauren Lee Band. And at 3:30, our old locals, Caleb Laperouse and the Drivers. They've been around here quite a while. Yeah, another great band. And at 5:30, our live auction will start. I'll be doing the auction as well. And then right after that, we're going to do something a little different called the pick of the litter, and we'll be selling some of that where you'll pay a fee for an item, and we're only going to sell 100 of those. You'll get to be the first one to be allowed to pick any auction item that we have if you win that raffle. Then we're going to get into the night. We've got Mr. Kendall Schaefer, and then after that is Mr. Craig Morgan. Love for everybody to come and see him.
What I like about Sunday.
All right.
Yeah,
Look at you coming in.
he got
man.
a great voice. Really.
So the event will end somewhere around maybe 11:30, 12 o'clock, depending on how much kind of fun and what kind of crowd it looks like. We hope Mr. Craig will want to stay and play for us for quite a little while. And then we get into Sunday morning. So pretty much after church is over, we'll crank up at about 11 o'clock. Mr. Tony Bergeron will be playing. And then 12:30 p.m. will be the Cantina Flies. And then you know it, yours truly, the Cane Breakers at 3 a.m. to close us out.
That'll be fun, but y'all had to put Cantina Flies before us. They're really good. I love it. It's all friends of ours. They do a great job. We're gonna have fun bringing the book in on the other end. But this is a heck of a lineup, and this ought to be great. This ought to be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
This
is going to be a
Sheriff,
really
you got your dance shoes on? If we play Aerosmith, you gonna sing?
I
with
might.
it? All right.
I don't want
Chief,
to
you
run
gonna sing
everybody
with
out.
it?
Oh, no.
Well,
I'm
you
terrible.
played what? Cowbells last year?
Oh, we can. Oh, yeah, we can do the
Yeah,
cowbells.
we did
the
the cowbells.
cowbells. Yeah, we can do that.
When we do our Head East song, we're gonna need some cowbell players.
Well, we can put Tim on the washboard.
Oh yeah, he got it.
We did the cowbells.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is good stuff. And let me ask you, how difficult is it? And I'm asking you a question I already know the answer. How difficult is it to get these bands together and then get a big name, and then of course the riders start coming in, and you got to take care. It's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely is a lot of work.
I
Coming
would
to an
say,
agreement's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
yeah, look, and look, there's a lot of discussion that goes back and forth in the board meetings. Everybody's very passionate about it. Our board as a whole, we're all in there and we're all really opinionated, but in the end, we know what's best for the community, and it's for us all to come together and put on a good event. And look, and you have to go back and our sponsors, the Arlen Benny-Sinak Foundation, Dean Oshwest, Mr. Jack Clemens, Terrebonne General Medical Center. It's all some big sponsors. And I'm sure I missed some of the big ones in there, unintentionally. But look, without our sponsors, we couldn't do it. Without our board, we couldn't do it. 100%. Without the community, we couldn't do it. And so it just shows you everybody coming together and working, and us wanting to have a good working relationship with everybody to make sure that the festival makes an impact on the community and we're not impacting anyone else.
Sheriff, when you came to me years ago, and y'all all came, but one of your dreams was to bring the community together.
This is it.
It seems like, look, some of these spots, as Travis just mentioned, some heavy hitters.
This was the concept. The whole all along is just putting everybody together. And there's a lot of things we go to. I think we all go to a lot of different nonprofit functions, and we go support, and we do these things. It's like, put a festival. And the concept Hero Festival wasn't just about law enforcement and firefighters or first responders. It's also about highlighting the other nonprofits in this parish, and they get a chance to raise money for their cause. So it's like a library of all these nonprofits and organizations in our community coming together for an event where everybody can raise money for their cause, but more importantly, it highlights the good things in our community.
All right, let's do this. I want to give you all an extra segment. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back, talk more about the Hero Fest, because we want you to go and have a good time. We'll be right back. This segment was brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. All right, we're back, and we're talking about the Hero Fest. And look, folks, it's coming up this weekend. Make an effort to go out there. You're going to be impressed. I don't care if you pick all 3 days or 2 days or 1 day or whatever. Just you got to go see it, and you got to experience it, because it's a big deal. It's a great cause. And I want to come back to John Poinsett, because we talking about admission. I mean, there's not many places you can go in America and get into a venue like this and walk in and see it, and you don't have to pay a ticket to get in.
That's right.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Free. It's free. Thank you to our sponsors. That's who makes that possible, Martin. And everybody that donates to us, that's it was the sheriff's dream from get-go. He wanted to give everybody a free show, and we had a 3-year plan. We've been talking about trying to make this a good business plan. Well, we've superseded that within, just in the first 3 years. And so, yeah, you will be able to come and check this show out for free. And we're going to be asking for donations. Every bit of the donations that we will make at the function will 100% go back to giving back to the actual first responders. That's kind of like the extras that we get to make, and that adds to our pot to give back to them. We'll have a welcoming committee that will be working the gates. We'll have some community service, not community services, but service hours kids from the schools. They're going to be there welcoming all of our guests coming in. There'll be donation boxes there. You can give $1, you can give 100, 5, 10, whatever. We'll have Venmo codes that you can give to us. Every bit of the donations make a huge difference for us. And that's kind of like where we say mainly we didn't really capitalize too much last year. We had well over 15,000 people that came. But, we don't really capitalize on any of that. And look, you don't have to donate. We're just asking. I think we just never put it out in front of anybody and said, you too, aside from the sponsors, can also help, even by just giving $1 or a couple 50 cents or whatever
But
you
people
want.
want to give. I found that at places like that, if they get in free and they got a basket, they will walk up to that basket.
That's right.
And put $100 in it because they feel like them and their family got a pretty good deal.
That's right. There's no pressure about any of it. Really, there isn't. And we want everybody to come out. We want the numbers. We want the exposure, and we want to expose ourselves to the state and really put ourselves out there. So we're doing a good job at that now.
Now, I'm going to tell a little secret because if you go out there, you're going to see a lot of people that have to put a stern face on every now and then. The sheriff and the chief, they come on here and they do these news releases, and, most of the time it's not very good news when they're doing a release, but you see them all relaxed when they're out there and having a good time. This gives law enforcement, first responders a chance to have a good time. Y'all have a right to have fun too, don't you?
Absolutely.
It's a chance for your families to come out, right? We want a family-safe environment. We have an abundance of security that will be in place to make sure everything goes off safely. And look, not to mention we've been in communication with the rides company, and they're going to be bringing in a new ride this year, and hopefully we'll see an addition with the rides next year. And craft vendors, we have more craft vendors happening this year. And there's something for everyone. The live auction, there's a lot of handcrafted things. We have a signed helmet signed by Jay Johnson, donated by LSU Athletics to us. So we have a lot of really, really unique things that's going to happen in the auction. And it's a really fun time.
I love those live auctions. And Sheriff, do you get on there every now and then and talk to people giving items and say, well, that would be nice, like a barbecue pit or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
I always have nice auction items.
Yeah, we try to put it together where we have a lot of different things, but I think everybody here, we end up buying a lot of things. And, oh, that's nice. We're going to buy it ourselves. And I just got to watch my wife when she does it because she's bidding against me, and I'm like, how does that work? But,
Are you going to let her come up and play the bongos? For her birthday, she played the bongos.
She did for her birthday, but she's not here. She's in Pennsylvania right now.
Oh,
with her
okay.
Daughter. So.
I'm about to say, if you get the sheriff's wife playing bongos, the sheriff will come up and sing. Police chief will play the cowbells. We got it at that point.
And John's going to dance.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Oh, I'm dancing?
What you wearing, John? You always come up with some with pizzazz.
I cannot disclose that at the moment.
Oh, this a secret?
It's another-
Well, you
It's
going
definitely
to get the instrument, but you got to dance because we can't dance.
Are we talking about two different things?
Well, I know, we're all doing it. You
No,
dance.
for the MC, normally
for the
comes
MC.
out with, he'll have some up his
It'll be
sleeve.
pretty hot on the first day, but
All right, so I want to urge the public. I don't care if you bring $5, if you bring 10, if you bring $1, if you don't bring anything. Come out there. A lot of vendors out there. You can get yourself some food. It's all going to a good cause. But hey, if you happen to slip 100 in your pocket before the event, and you want to put it in the basket, nobody's going to turn it down. But once again, they're not up here begging you to bring money to go. Come, but appreciate this lineup. Look at this lineup. See young Caroline leading it off, and she's a really, really good person, and she's really been trying hard to get it done. And we appreciate the fact that we'll be playing. But look at this lineup. I mean, this is a fantastic lineup that you can go see and have a lot of fun. So, guys, I want to thank y'all for coming on. Thank you for the work that y'all doing and the dream, and we look forward to being there.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing the sheriff sing and police chief playing the cowbells.
I am too. It's me.
And John.
And running the Dularge Bridge.
There you
That's
go.
right.
Only half of it, right?
That's the Sunday morning road race.
All right. All right, we're going to take a break, make plans, be at the Civic Center this weekend. We'd love to see you there. Have a good one. This segment was brought to you by Cardiovascular Institute of the South, providing our patients the highest quality cardiovascular care available.